Hey guys, welcome to my channel, and like always, I'm Brian. And I want to talk to you guys about something that I've probably been struggling with for about 25 years. It's called Dermatillomania. And if you want to know more about that, I'm here to raise awareness, and I'm also here to talk about why I have mechanics gloves on. I'm also going to be doing it with Janley style. So, dermatillomania, or the skin picking disease. What exactly is that? It's a body-focused, repetitive disorder where you focus on mainly your chest, shoulders, arms, sometimes your face, and you can't help yourself but to pick at your skin, pull on your skin, maybe even pick at scabs or things like that, acne, whatever's something that you can get a hold on and pick. Mine is a little bit rarer. It's less likely. I pick at my fingers. I pick at my fingertips, I pull my cuticles, and I pull the skin off my calluses around my fingers and my hands, palms, and just that general area, basically wrist and above. So why exactly am I talking to you guys about this? It's been something I've been struggling with for about 25 years. I never really saw anything wrong with it. I just did it all the time. And every once in a while I get one person that would just tell me to stop doing it, or they'd be grossed out by it. And I knew a lot of other people that did very similar things, like bite their nails, and just different things like that. So I just thought I was normal like everyone else. And honestly, I am normal. It's just, I have one little tick basically. And like I said, it's a body-focused repetitive disorder. It's not OCD. It was reclassified in 2013. It's just something where you focus on a part of your body and it's repetitive and it's a disorder. And it's not self-harm. If someone's trying to ask if you're suicidal or if you're depressed, those may be linked, but it's not a cause. You're not depressed so you pick at your skin. You may be depressed and you pick at your skin, or when you're feeling depressed you pick at your skin as a way of relieving it, but depression doesn't cause you to pick at your skin. It's a completely different thing. They're separate, but they can, work together, I guess is a way to say that. Anyway, back to what I was talking about. I've been struggling with this for about 25 years, and it's a horrific story I don't really like talking about. Well, let's just say, shit happens when you're a kid. Okay? Shit happens. And anyway, I've just noticed that, I don't know if my son is doing it just because he sees me doing it, or if he has something similar bothering him, but he bites at his nails and possibly picks at his skin. I haven't seen him picking his skin, but I definitely see him biting his nails. So I want to be the adult. I want to get better, and I want to, stop picking at my skin. I never really noticed it as much until the last few years. I've always worked with my hands. I was a cook. I was a mechanic, and I did a lot of things with my hands. I wore gloves all the time, and so it was never really a problem. Now that I'm at my new job where I sit at a desk, I constantly pick at my hands because I'm bored, I'm focusing, I'm hungry, I'm tired, just basically any kind of emotion where I want to draw my attention away from what I'm doing or what my problem is, if I'm hungry or tired, that's my problem. And when I draw my attention away from it, I pick at my fingers. It's gotten to the point where people at work have started noticing, and they've been really questioning what I'm doing, or they've put out little things like, don't clip your nails at your desk, where I'm not clipping my nails. I'm picking at my skin. I'm clipping the tips of my fingers off, I'm picking at my calluses. Basically just to stimulate my mind, or like I said, to draw focus away from what I'm doing. And it's a distraction. And I really need to stop because I need to be more focused. I am an adult, and I really need to set an example for my kids. That's really what it boils down to. I'm tired of being distracted at work, and I want to be a good example for my sons. That's really what it boils down to, is where I'm at. So why am I wearing gloves? And there's a lot of different things that people do. They'll put bad tasting stuff on your fingers to try to get you to stop biting your nails. I've seen these like finger condom things, and just to me, this was comfortable. Like they'll say like put lotion on your hands and put on fuzzy gloves and that'll stop you from picking at yourself. But to me, I've always worn mechanic gloves and they're comfortable, they're tight on my hands, and for some reason the tight snugness on my hands comforts me and makes me not want to pick my fingers. And the fact that my fingers aren't touching each other, I don't notice when I get like a rough edge or when a callus starts to peel, so I'm not picking at my hands. And I've only been doing this for about a week now. And the first day I showed up at work, there was a lot of questions because no one wears gloves. It's not the 20s or 30s, whenever people were wearing kid gloves. I'm not sure the time period. Please don't quote me. But you guys know what I'm talking about. It used to be fashionable to wear gloves, but no one does that now. So there was a lot of questions. I actually had to get a chit to authorize me to be able to work with gloves on. And that terrified me. I don't like asking for help. It was really scary. Like I thought I was going to get judged. And it was a little hard because the doc that I went and seen didn't really know what it was. And she asked me about 3 separate times if I was going to kill myself or kill people in my family. And it was kind of an upsetting experience, but it set me on the right track. It really did. I've got the gloves now and they want me to go to mental health to do cognitive behavior disorder so I can think through my problem and fix this myself, is basically what that means. It's thinking and recognizing what your triggers are so that you don't do a destructive behavior. I don't have a better word for it. This is body focusing. So let's say I don't focus on my body. So anyway, like I said, first day, second day of work, there was a lot of questions, and I actually was met with support. Like, I thought people were going to judge me, and it confused me at first. Like, why are people so interested? Are they just being nosy? Are they drama queens? Are they just trying to find a way to spread rumors? I don't know. But it wasn't like that. People were genuinely curious, like, why I was wearing gloves, like, what was wrong? And when I told them I pick at my fingers and I pulled the skin off and stuff like that, there was a lot of people that were like, I do that too. And there was 2 people, very particular, one a nail biter, the other one someone just like me who picks at their skin and moles and all kinds of stuff, and they're really curious about my progress. And so I thought to myself, I really should share this story and try to spread more awareness than just at my workplace. Because it made me feel good to be able to talk about it and to be able to help other people that might have the same problem and not really know where to start. So I'm going to go ahead and take these off. And basically what it is, as you guys can see, I pick at my cuticles. Here, let me get the focus. Autofocus. So, okay, here it is. Here's my fingers. As you can see, I pick at my cuticles, and there's a little rough edges, but I've been having about a week of healing, and they look a lot better. It's not so bright pink anymore, and my calluses are starting to heal. They can get really bad if you let it. I've got a picture, I'm going to call it a dramatization, because it looks like the person washed their hands and got their hands wet, and so their fingers are really inflamed, and you know how your fingers puff up when your hands get wet. So it looks a lot worse, so they might have been biting or something like that, so that their hands were moist. And so that's what it looks like. And it can be worse. I'm sure a lot of people have seen Black Swan, where she pulled her finger back and like there was a lot of blood. Being someone like me, I kind of found that over dramatized as well. I didn't think that it really was portrayed quite right. Like, no one just peels to make themselves bleed. Like, you pull, at least with me, I pull it off to make the rough edges go away. That's in my mind. I'm trying to make my fingers smooth and whatever kind of a deal that is. And I'm doing it to basically draw my attention away from what I'm doing. So there's two factors there. I want my fingers to feel smooth. I don't want them to be rough or jagged. And I guess it's comforting, so I do it as comfort. So for those of you that might have this, or you think you might have it, I'm going to put a link like right here-ish or wherever it fits nicely. I don't want it to be all over my face. And I'll also put it down in the description. It's a Los Angeles OCD center, and it's a really good like determining factor of like, here's a list of things, click the block. Are you or are you not? Because some people just pick their skin off because it's annoying. Other people maybe worse, maybe not. And it gives you a good general idea of should you seek help or are you just a normal person with a slight flaw? If that makes any sense. I don't want to demean anyone or make anyone feel bad. So I'm sorry if my choice of words are off, but I'm just trying to spread the word and try to make good vibes go out and things like that so that people can get better or understand why their friends do what they do. Don't shame people. It's not nice. But anyway, I really hope this helped me sharing my story, and I hope this helps you guys to figure out if you need to, wear gloves or do something that just makes you feel comfortable. Wear a fuzzy sweater, cover up what you're doing so you can't see it. One thing I overlooked is some people use tools like fingernail clippers or tweezers and things like that. Put your tools away. Don't use your tools. I thought using tools would, help me. Like I'd clip off the rough edge and then, I wouldn't have to worry about it. But I think it only made it worse. I bled less, but I picked more, if that makes any sense. So I think it just put me in a spiral of things getting worse, so don't do that. But anyway, just do what makes you feel comfortable. If you want the salve or like gross fingernail polish, if it works for you, do it. To me, this is like trying to quit smoking. And other practices recognize this as like an addiction. It's less of an OCD and more of an addiction, if that makes any sense. But like I said, I hope this helped you guys. If it did, give me a thumbs up. If it didn't, give me a thumbs down. Ask questions down below. Really, I'm just here to help you guys. Feel free to ask me anything. I have social media. That's also in the description. There's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, really, if that's where you want to go. I've got a lot of stuff. You can get a hold of me. Please do. I want to talk about this with you guys. And so this was Dermatillomania Explained Chanley style.